Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, That Carnivore Life. I'm Emily and I am excited to have you with me here again today. If you haven't already, please hit the like button for this video and subscribe to my channel. I don't charge anything for this content and it would be really helpful to have you like and subscribe. 2023, what can I say? For many people it was a fantastic and amazing year, but for me, like it was for many others, it was also a really hard year that, if you haven't noticed, was evidenced by the fact that I was barely on my channel, let alone on my Instagram, barely posted, barely made content. It was a struggle every day. But with the kickoff to 2024, I am excited to share that this year is a very different year for me, and it will be a very different year for me. I am super optimistic. I am grabbing the reins and I am partnering with God, allowing Him to have input and lead me as I go through this journey of life in 2024. One of the things that I decided to do was again grab hold of the reins where carnivore is concerned and reclaim my health back. I really feel for me that the word for 2024 is reclaim. If you don't have a word, it's basically a theme that describes your year. And around November, December, I take some time and look at my life over the last year and what I feel like my next season in the following year is going to be about. And I really felt the weight of the word reclaim. So reclaim things that I once had but improve upon. It's like when someone sells a property and someone buys it, that property is being reclaimed by the person who buys it. And usually what they do, they replace the carpet, they paint the walls, they redo the gardens, they improve upon the purchase that they made and they reclaim that property. So I'm reclaiming my health where carnivore is concerned after about 6 months between middle of June and all the way through December of eating really poorly. Yes, my meals were centered around carnivore, but there were a whole lot of snacks and drinks and additions to my meals that were not carnivore. They ranged from some vegetables, some fruits, some grains, but also a whole lot of processed foods. Starbucks was frequented a lot. I'm pretty sure I employed about 3 million people in Starbucks throughout America in 2023. Maybe that's a slight exaggeration, but the point being, I trashed my health. I was not in a good place at all. To give you an idea of where my health was, I was again dealing with depression and anxiety. My mental health tanked. It was quite a struggle for me to leave the house. I am a nanny. Whenever she gets sick, I basically didn't pick up anything that she had or her parents. Yet, in the last 3 months of the year, every time she got sick, I was instantly sick. She could have had the slightest runny nose, down for the count. And it was 4 times in the space of 3 months. We'd literally be like great for 2-3 days, bam, down for the count. I was dealing with nausea daily, stomach pains daily, so IBS symptoms. I was taking Tylenol daily. This is how bad it was. I was like, I'm going to do it today. I'm going to be carnivore. And then I'm like, Starbucks. In the drive-through, pop a couple of Tylenol, get the Starbucks, experience the IBS symptoms, but they were kind of livable because I was popping the Tylenol. For those not in the US, that is Panadol or Panadine. I had stopped getting daily nausea and I hadn't needed to take motion sickness tablets to deal with that nausea for months, which was the last thing for me to see healed, or the most recent thing for me to see resolved, when I had been eating carnivore for 7.5 months prior to this stint of non-carnivore. I was having to take that again. I was getting violently sick. I was needing to take that motion sickness medication because I'm not good with nausea. There were a whole lot of things. I was experiencing pain in my fingertips. It was madness. So rather than go through the list of things that I was experiencing, actually, I will add one more thing in there. In addition to getting, all these different viruses and colds and stuff from this child, the other thing that I experienced is the last time I got sick again from her, I also got shingles. Now, I've actually had shingles before. It is brought on either through stress or a lowered immune system. You get it as an adult when you've had chickenpox as a child. I had chickenpox as a child. When I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease, one of the medications I was eventually placed on was called infliximab. and it is an immune suppressant. A couple of years after being on infliximab infusions every 8 weeks, I had an incredibly stressful month and I got shingles. So that was about 10 years ago. This is the 4th time I have had shingles, which unfortunately, once you've had it, it is more common to get it if your immune system is lowered or you're ultra stressed. Well, my immune system was definitely lowered because it was the 4th time in 3 months I had picked up a virus. So I knew I had already set January 1st. I wasn't even going to try to deal with all of the withdrawal symptoms throughout Christmas and the New Year. My birthday's New Year's Eve. So I was just like, mentally, I'm not in a good place. I'm just not going to make this harder than it has to be. So I knew January 1, it was not a New Year's resolution. Honestly, with how gross and sick I was feeling, I would have started sooner. Also, none of my clothes fit me. I put on like 3 or 4 dress sizes. I put on 35 to 40 pounds during this 6-month stint. It was a lot. January 1 rolls around, and this episode, if you haven't noticed already, is a 30-day carnivore update. So here you go. I've been carnivore for 30 days and this is what I've noticed. Here is my little journal. In the back of this journal, I have a weight record. So yes, I am weighing myself every day because when I don't, that's when I run into a problem. But I also wanted to see the pattern of what my weight was doing every day because it does go up and down. And unfortunately, one of the really hard things we see when people are dieting is that they go up 0.1 of a gram or 0.1 of a pound and they're like, oh my gosh, no. It destroys their day. And sometimes it kicks them off their healthy eating plan and away from their goals. And that's really sad. And that has been me in the past too. So I wanted just for information, just to go, hey, yeah, this is normal. This is a normal month's progression. Also, as women, we had a cycle. Our weight goes up and down throughout the month anyway, regardless of whether we're intentionally focusing on excess fat loss or not. Because let's face it, we don't want to lose muscle. We want to lose the excess fat. We don't even want to lose the fat we need around our organs, just that excess fat. So this is what I noticed. I started on the 1st, and I'm just going to read through a few days. I started off at 192.7. Also, I lost in a month 10.4. I lost 10.4 pounds in 30 days. So here's a few days starting at the 1st, 192.7, 192.2, 190, 188.5, 188.2, 187.6, 187.5. This is up to the 7th. That's pretty good. That's down, 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 down. So it was 187.5, 188.1, 187, 188.5, 187.4, 187.2, 186.3, 184.1, 185.4. As you can see, it goes up and down throughout the month. I won't bore you with too many numbers. I just wanted to give you an idea of what I noticed. I started at 192.7 and I ended at 182.3. I'm pretty happy with that. The other thing that I wanted to do, and I will get to this in a moment, is I wanted to go through my diary entries every day and just give you an idea of what the journey was like. This is where I started. Almost no clothes fit. I'm not kidding. I had 1 pair of jeans that fit, and I had maybe 2 shirts and maybe 2 sweaters. That was it. I'm uncomfortable. I feel yuck all the time. I'm experiencing dry eyes, blue light floaters in my eyes, fuzzy vision, my ears are ringing, random body pain, extreme lower back hip pain. My vision has cleared a little bit. My dry eyes are less, maybe by 20%. The blue light floaters in my eyes, I'm going to need to pay more attention to that. Ears ringing are the same. Random body pain has lessened. So I think I was mentioning I was getting pain in my fingertips. So not here, but in like the fingerprints. So random. And it was actually really painful, as if I was like stabbing my fingers with nails. That's gone. Extreme lower back hip pain. It has minimized by frequency about 50%. By intensity, maybe the length of the intensity period is less. The intensity is pretty similar. Colds every month. I got sick around the 3rd, 2nd to 3rd. 10 days later, I got over it. I haven't been sick since. The baby got sick again. I've been totally fine. Cutting out everything other than meat, something in that, definitely prevented me from getting sick again. I was getting a number of TMJ flares, so temporomandibular joint issues, and it was really bad. Like I had several in 2 weeks, which is not normal. Normally I get a few a year, maybe 1, 2, 3 a year max. But this was like 2, 3. I could in like 2 weeks, I could barely open my jaw. It was very painful. Haven't had one since. Bloody gums. That's almost completely gone. There's a random morning here and there that I get that. Dirty teeth, like that fuzziness, that plaque or whatever you get on your teeth throughout the day, gone. Nausea, gone. Haven't taken any motion sick tablets. I also have a massive amount of gray hairs. You can't see right now because I recently got my hair done, but I've noted it in this journal because I want to know if a difference happens. IBS definitely reduced a lot, but if I eat like super high fat or higher fat than what I do on the daily, then that does go through me. If I have a black iced tea with heavy cream from Starbucks, that goes through me as well. I was getting like tingly, numb hands. I think maybe I've had that once or twice since, but I was getting it many times a week. Very dry skin. I do still have that, but it's way less on my face. It's now just concentrated in my hands. Bloated, gone. Lack of motivation. I'm recording this, so I would say it's 95% improved. Low energy, I would say, is depending on the day or the week, it's about 70 to 80% improved. Poor concentration, I would say that's improved by 50%. Poor sleep, definitely improved. I would still say my sleep is poor, but it has improved. Anxiety and depression, massively improved, like massively. I leave the house now. I go to events now. I'm excited for things now. Food cravings. I have had a couple of food cravings in the last week, but I'm also leading up to getting my period, so makes sense. Joint and muscle pain, other than in my lower back and hip area, massively improved. Like I basically don't notice it. Shortness of breath. It's, I would say, definitely in the last 2.5, 3 weeks, massive improvement. Basically don't experience shortness of breath at all, except when I don't take a breath while I'm talking. Unbalanced hormones. I would say just with the symptoms that I'm experiencing, I would say I've noticed an improvement. As to how much of an improvement, I'm not sure yet, but it is heading in the right direction. Pain in my feet, especially where I broke my ankle during a car accident. I have seen an improvement. It hasn't gone. Easily distracted. Yes, still. Lethargy and always tired. I was experiencing that on the daily, like every moment of every day. That has improved. And you can probably tell right now, I don't look or sound lethargic, and I am not putting that on. I actually feel good. Clenched jaw. I'm still clenching my jaw. Tight muscles, still have those, but they're more just around like my neck and the back of my neck and shoulders. I'm pretty sure there's other things as well, but I've missed putting them in this book. This journal entry was recorded on December 26th. My birthday is in less than a week and I don't want to celebrate it. I'm heading out to find an outfit anyway. I found 2 lovely dresses. I will tell you now, they are freaking stunning, like made for my body stunning. At a thrift store, which by the way, I never have luck at thrift stores. They will fit lovely at this weight and as I lose weight. And I found 2 pairs of jeans for temporary. I'm on a massively tight budget. It was a total of $42, less a $25 gift card. So I paid $17 for 2 dresses, 2 pairs of jeans. And I was fully carnivore today and it feels great. This is on the 29th. Almost no clothes fit me. I'm looking forward to being carnivore again and seeing my old clothes fit me again. This is January 1, 2024. I'm back, baby. Day 1 of carnivore. And I have shingles. Mirror shows major bloat, puffy, inflammation, fat, especially in stomach, abdomen area, and I feel down. I feel like a failure. I know I'm not. I've been hurting. I've been in pain. I've been grieving. It's time I reclaim back my life. Day 2, back on board. Cravings and sad, mad habits are annoying. Have a cold again. Shingles are annoying. Still feel super bloated, puffy, inflamed. Feeling down and in the blues, low energy, headache, sore throat. Just felt miserable. The 3rd, feels great to be down 2 pounds, 7 ounces in 48 hours, but I don't feel happy. I feel tired and sick. I was questioning if the rash was shingles too. Okay, let's fast forward a little bit. This is the 8th of January. Weight went up. Think it's the porcelain. I won't eat that today. Virus-wise, feel slightly better. Shingles-wise, to be determined. Pants feel looser in legs and hips waist. So I actually noticed my pants feeling looser in my legs before I noticed it in my waist. Yes, I recorded with scales, but I'm also looking at my clothes. I'm looking in the mirror. I'm going off what people are telling me. Being super thirsty was virus-related. So yeah. I was like, uh-oh, do I have diabetes? It semi-runs in my family, so I was like, nah. Okay, let's fast forward a little bit. This was the 19th. I feel a bit numb, disconnected this morning. So I spent some time with God. Okay, This is the 21st. Weight up again. This really sucks. I want it to go down. I wore makeup last night and this morning and it feels good, but I am worried about the cost and being able to afford it and other things I need. I ate a massive ribeye about 10, then I ate 10 chicken wings around 12:30. That's actually all I ate today. Was surprised how hungry I was so soon after the ribeye. And 3 tablespoons of butter. I also drank 2 packets of electrolytes. Also, sausages, hot dogs do not agree with me. They repeat on me and I don't feel good. I'd had sausages, like hot dogs from Costco the night before and I got really clean ones, but they just didn't work for me. January 24. 10 pounds down in January, my goal, and I made it. I did record it even though like I could have put weight on throughout January and finished without being 10 pounds down, so it didn't fully count. January 30. I'm curious why the weight won't drop. I'm feeling more depressed than the last few weeks. Scalp psoriasis seems to be almost 100% better. That was something I didn't write down. I get psoriasis on my scalp and it's basically gone. God, I need your help, hope, peace, passion, joy, and will. January 31st. Still feeling depressed. Hope I'm 10 pounds down or under tomorrow, 1 month in. Kind of 30 days, but it's 1 month because January has more than 30 days. So this is on the 1st of February. So this caps my carnivore month, World Carnivore Month. 182.3 pounds, 10 pounds down. Well done, Emily. So 10.4 down, actually. I have felt more sane today and that feels amazing. I went skating tonight. While I'm anxious of getting hurt, it is fun. That is the end of my review, of World Carnivore Month, January 2024. I am so glad to be back on board. If you don't follow me on Instagram, jump on over to that carnivorelife.gram. I do post daily because obviously Insta stories and posts are a lot shorter. They're easier for me to upload when I'm not doing great either internally. I just don't have the time or I've simply forgotten because I ran through the house, jumped in PJs and put on something Marvel. Tonight, I managed to remember. And so I've done it. What else can I say about my first month back on carnivore? It's worth it. I feel really good. I feel positive. I'm able to enjoy things again. I'm able to go out of the house way more easily. I have motivation back. During this last month, I actually cleaned out my garage, something I had been trying to do for literally 7 to 8 months. And it's almost fully done. I'm just waiting on a couple of things to arrive so I can complete the redo of the garage. And I'll actually walk you through and show it. I may even have some before and after photos. Something else that I would say, and I want to talk about my transition into carnivore. I was definitely mad dieting. So standard American, modern American diet, modern Australian, whatever. I was definitely eating that way the first time I found carnivore. When I got back onto carnivore and worked my way back onto carnivore, which I successfully did the 1st of June of 2023 and January 1 of 2024. And this is what I've noticed. Withdrawals freaking suck. There are scientific medical studies that show sugar has a bigger response in the brain than cocaine. It's actually more addictive. And sugar is in everything. They are in frozen hot chips that you like fries. It's in ice cream. It's in fruit. Do you know that even lettuce, a carbohydrate, is sugar? It doesn't matter if it's low carbohydrate, it is still sugar and converts to sugar our body. If you have a major sugar addiction or propensity to be attracted to and eat sugar, that's actually a problem. If you're dealing with depression and anxiety, eating carbohydrate, healthy fruits and vegetables is actually going to be a problem for you. Which means that if you cut them out, even lettuce, you are going to have intense withdrawals. What are withdrawals? Body aches and pains, sometimes a fever, headaches, flu-like symptoms, cravings, low energy. You might be someone who works out at a gym or goes for walks often and you're thinking, I need carbs, I've got no energy. No, it's just withdrawal symptoms. Like seriously, how long does it take for someone to get through withdrawal symptoms? Well, everyone's a little bit different. Give it at minimum 2 weeks. And if you need to, use some things to help you get through that period. Now, I didn't want to use Tylenol. I actually want to avoid using Tylenol as much as I can because I have used it a lot. But I also had a cold. I had a little bit of a fever. No, I didn't have that dreaded 5-letter C word thing, but I did have to take Tylenol a little bit. So I don't know how much was withdrawal symptoms, But the baby was sick and the father was sick, and I had the same symptoms as him. So I've actually got a feeling that because my body overall is so used to eating carnivore and it prefers it, I think most of my symptoms were that virus based on seeing the baby and her father. So I did use a little bit of Tylenol, but only when I was really struggling with having a low-grade temperature did I take that Tylenol. What I did do, however, is every morning I drank a Alimenti raw unflavored electrolytes. I drink it in 20 ounces of water with a good amount of ice. I didn't drink it too fast. I drank it within 2 to 4 hours. Otherwise it would have gone straight through me and I just didn't really want to deal with that. I ate what I wanted. I ate as much as I wanted. I didn't worry about the cost because I mean, Starbucks, it's not cheap, right? So instead of spending that money on Starbucks, I was spending it on healthy, nutritious, animal-based foods. I also rested a lot. I decided I wasn't going to go out. I wasn't going to visit friends. The fact that I actually had a cold virus, whatever, it was a great excuse to stay home. So this is what I did. I went to work. I got home. I laid on the couch for a while. I would lay on the couch watching TV and eat. Then I would go upstairs and I would soak in a bathtub with a bath bomb anywhere between 1 to 2 hours. I am not kidding. I knew my body needed it. So yep, blue blocking glasses and went through Instagram reels, read a book on my phone or took a physical book into the bathtub and read that. I also lit candles. I know. Look, don't come at me. Some people are going to say candles, bath bombs, fragrances, blah, blah, blah. I know the bath bombs are actually pretty clean bath bombs. They're from a great company. I'm going to talk about that another time. Candles, not so much, but that's okay because I'm doing what I can and I am using things to chill out and relax. And then I would go to bed early. And that's what I did. I ate, I worked, I slept, I rested. I went through 10 bath bombs in like 11 days. And I can tell you now that's not cheap, but it was worth it. I treated my body kindly. I drank lots of water. I was very clean carnivore. What did I eat? Butter, ribeyes, eggs, salt, the electrolytes and water and plain seltzer water, pork loin, chicken wings. So that's what I ate. And it was typically, I would eat scrambled eggs with butter and salt in the morning. I would eat a ribeye, up like around 1 pound ribeye for lunch with 3 to 4 tablespoons of butter and salt. At dinner, I would eat like 10 chicken wings, very generously salted. I would have a packet of the electrolytes. I'm actually going to post the link in the comments below so that you can get a free sample pack with any 30 count order. So look for that in the episode description below. And then I drank lots of iced water as well. So my ice machine got quite the workout during this time. What were some of the things that I noticed? I wouldn't have put down to I've got a cold and shingles. Definitely had some cravings, but at the same time, my mind was so set. I am so sick of being sick and I am doing this that my mind was like, okay, I need to eat steak. Okay, I need to eat chicken. Like I just immediately went to carnivore foods. Yes, I did have the fire hose out of the behind several times a day. That's everything I'm used to. I was diagnosed with Crohn's. I dealt with that a lot before I ever went carnivore. And I've gone through the transition of carnivore now 3 times. And anytime I've increased my fat, I've also experienced that. That was actually nothing unusual. I noticed straight away that my sleep was getting better after the really bad days with the virus, actually. Once that sort of started to taper off after around day 7, I noticed my sleep definitely improved and I got some really solid nights sleep. However, the benefit of sleep did drop off there. It hasn't gone back to how bad it was, but it's not as good as it got. That's the main stuff. I didn't really notice a lot else with the transition. It was really just, oh yeah, here we go. That's probably not a fart, don't try, you know? So I made sure I was near a bathroom. That helped because I was just at work at home. And I kept up my electrolytes, which certainly helped. I've experienced that in the past. And I just made sure I was eating lots of carnivore food. That's how I got through the month. And it was worth it. So worth it. Within like 2 or 3 weeks, my housemate who sees me every day, hey, you've lost weight. My best friend who sees me often, hey, you've lost weight. Normally people don't notice it that quickly. What was happening was, even though I hadn't lost like a massive amount of pounds, I'd lost inches, and that's what they were seeing. They were seeing my clothes being significantly looser, as opposed to my clothes being like, do we actually fit your body? I am so excited to be back on Carnivore. It is currently the 12th of February, so just almost halfway through the month, and there are other improvements I could share with you and other things that I've noticed and other wins that have happened, but I'm going to share that with you in the 60-day, 2-month update. So thank you for joining me. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and head on over to my Instagram, that carnivorelife.gram, to follow me there. If you have any questions, please ask. I will include my Linktree link that has all of the links. It has a way to contact me via email. It has links to some of my favorite products, and it has links with my discount codes for things like the Carnivore bar, electrolytes, actually makeup and skincare too, because I have found an incredible makeup and skincare line. Not all of my products are makeup and skincare. I actually use beef tallow for a whole lot now, and I use less makeup and skincare than what I used to, but I have some basics, some staples that I find very useful, and I'm just going to keep using them because I like them, and they're actually really good quality. So I've included the link for my store for that as well. You can sign up as like a subscribed customer for free. It's what they call a kiss and tell customer. So if you're finding this link, you can use the kiss and tell subscription, and you get notified of great discounts and things like that. You get to use discounts, you get to earn points, you get birthday discounts and things like that. And so use my link to get all of that, and it's worth it. And if you want to know what products are good, please reach out to me. I'll certainly give you a hand. But thank you again for joining my 30-day, 1-month World Carnivore Month update. I will see you next time.